Hello! Welcome, friends and family, people I haven't seen in a really, really long time. I'm really glad you're here. This might seem a little clunky for a little bit because I'm not totally sure what I'm doing, but stick with me and I promise I'll keep you entertained. I'm not creating this to make money. I'm not creating this to create a following or anything like that. I am getting off of social media and I am trying to find my voice and a place to create content that's not TikTok, that's not Instagram, it's not any of those places where it seems bad. Because it seems bad right now and I don't want to be there anymore. It's causing stress and unnecessary because what is it? It's nothing. Anyhow, I'm currently unemployed, so I have a lot of time on my hands to do this weird endeavor that I'm on. So bear with me. We'll get through it, and I promise there will be more to look forward to. I just want this video and this update to just kind of be an introduction as to what I'm doing, and a little bit more fun stuff will kind of come after it. Essentially, I'm creating a space where I want to update my people, friends and family, people I've collected along the way over the years who I want to keep you updated on my life. I want to keep you updated on I don't know, whatever might be going on in my life. So that's the ultimate goal. I'd also like to create a space where I'm highlighting people who are doing great art, or reviewing a TV show or a movie I've watched, or a bar or restaurant. You know what? I got a Ring camera. This is weird. Taking those off. I also want to review TV shows and movies I've watched. I want to maybe give you a suggestion for a podcast I'm listening to. I don't think I'm all that great. Let's be serious. I just have a lot of thoughts in my head that I want to get out, and I think sometimes I have fun ideas. So take them or leave them. Okay. I also want to I'm inspired right now to start cooking more. I'd like to suggest recipes that I've created and give feedback on what I think of how they went, how they tasted. I'd also maybe a segment of my show. I don't know if it's a show. Is it a show? I don't know. My updates. There's a lot of pet peeves in my life, and instead of inundating you guys with all of them at one time, a little segment might be a pet peeve of mine. Today's pet peeve is people who interrupt me when I'm speaking. And my response to that is create this. Nobody's going to interrupt me except for my phone when it tells me I'm running out of storage space. Isn't that cute? I digress. I have my computer here. Backstory. In high school, I did theater. Shocker. And I had lines finally in a play. And when it wasn't many. I had probably 6 different lines. And when it finally came my turn to recite them, to say them in the actual play where people were there to pay and watch it, I biffed it. I kept saying the same one over and over and over. So that's kind of when I learned that I'm not great at studying lines and reciting things in a particular order. I then went to college and took many, many really fun improv classes and found I'm a much better person when it comes to thinking on my toes and just winging it. Yeah. So I'm winging it. I've got a general idea of the outline of the gist I'm trying to get here. But I'm not I'm not memorizing something. I'm not going to read something, but but I do have notes on my laptop right here. So I gave you my overview of what I'm trying to do. The reason for leaving social media, my final straw was Instagram and Meta adding accounts without people's knowledge. Basically, I'm not even going to say his name. The president and the vice president and Melania, and without people knowing it, they were added to people's accounts. Not everyone's, but some people's, including mine. And I don't like it. It's gross. It feels like an invasion of space. And that's not to say I've known that. I've known that Instagram invades my space. I know that if I have a thought, there's an ad. I know if I say something, it shows up. It's just all fucking weird, and I don't want to be invested in it anymore. So that's that. I am hoping to reach my close friends and family. I'm not looking to create income on this. I'm not looking to do. This is for like probably 5 people, maybe more. Maybe less. You know what? I'll be happy if it's just me. But I like the idea of being able to come back in 5 years, 2 years, whatever, and there's somewhere that my life has been documented. With that being said, my boyfriend and I did a photo shoot in December. Printed actual copies of pictures and put them in a physical album. And it felt really good. It seems, I don't know, man. It almost seems to me like I'm reverting back to a time where it almost seems like the Amish know what's up, man. How do I explain it? I want to be more thoughtful and more intentional with my life. And maybe I'm going to start physically handwriting in a journal. But that's where this is going. I'm not going to become Amish. I'm not even going to come close to being Amish. But yeah, just kind of, I don't know, getting back to the basics and connecting on a deeper, more fulfilling level with people in my life. Yeah. I'm new to this. I'm not sure what I've already said. So again, this is the rough cut. I'll get better at this. It's my goal. All right. Maybe I give you a quick little update of what happened in the month of January. That seems like a fun little segue. So spent New Year's Eve with Rob and Matt and Gloria. Was Matt there? I don't think Matt was there. No, Matt wasn't there. Rob is my boyfriend. Gloria is Rob's sister, and I went to the Sandy Hut, and our friends Bryce and Kaylin met us there, and eventually we saw Brandon and Jeaner, and Gloria left, and so then Rob and I left, and then we spent the New Year's countdown at home with Matt. That was nice. We went to bed 20 minutes later. I caught a bug a few days later, so I was sick for a while, felt like shit. I got a really... I wrote this out, and it's a long thing, but I don't... Whatever. I got a cute little manicure, and it looked like tiny little raindrops or whatever on my fingers, and I loved them. But like 2 days later, they started peeling off, and I went back and tried to get them fixed, and the person who had done them wasn't there, and there's a technique to use, and the people who were there didn't know how to do it, so they tried. Another day, the next day, more of the nails were popping off, and this was gel, so it wasn't like my physical nails falling off, but polish. But I spent quite a bit of money on it, and I don't have a job, so yeah, I went back and got them fixed, and then they just kept popping off. So long story short, I found new nail polish. I found something that's going to make my nails healthier, and so I'm just keeping them natural, and I've been fixing them up, and I am digging the natural look. Whatever, it's for me. Who cares? So that happened. Rob's, oh yeah, here's the microphone. Woo. Rob's nephew, Santana, turned 18, and so we went bowling. I met up with some girlfriends at a German brunch spot in Southeast Portland. I had a second in-person interview at a wealth management company, and I just found out yesterday I did not get that job, which is fine. Not losing sleep. I wasn't totally convinced that's where I wanted to go. I had a snafu with unemployment, but I got it resolved, and I'm finally getting paid again. I went to a surprise party for one of my best friends, Fiona. It was beautiful. I had a couple other interviews. I bought tickets to see Coheed and Cambria and Taking Back Sunday at Edgefield this September. I had dinner at Gabbiano's. Gabbiano's is an Italian restaurant in Northeast Portland on Killingsworth, and it's one of my favorites in town. They have really great Italian food without being pretentious about it. It's a small menu, but they do everything really, really well. It's a shareable menu, so if you're going, I would suggest getting a few things and sharing with friends or family. We went with the intention of getting the chicken parm on this visit. I've been many times. The chicken parm is like this big. There's a plate and it fills up the entire plate. They have great wine and everything. You can get out of there pretty cheap. Not cheap, but like reasonable. My boyfriend Rob likes to order everything on the menu, and then it is not cheap, but it's really good. You should give it a whirl. The next night we had dinner at another place called The Turning Peel, which is a sourdough pizza joint, and it was super good. Smaller pies, so like, how big was it? This big. So shareable, but I'd get several pizzas if you're hungry. The next day I got coffee with a friend, my friend Julia. That same night I went to the 10th anniversary of Emo Night Tour with my friend Kayla. And I just can't quit the emo music, you know? It's not even technically emo, it's pop punk, but whatever. Oh, and then Inauguration Day happened. I blissfully ignored it and watched Dawson's Creek. I've been watching Dawson's Creek since Christmas time, and I finally finished it 2 nights ago. I didn't love it when I started it out, but I watched it because I know I should. I like to go to trivia. I'm sure it's going to come up at some point, and I like to be well-rounded. So check that off the list of things to do. I had my friend Elizabeth, over to eat pizza, drink beer, and she wanted to tell me all about the Justin Bellatory, I don't know, Blake Lively drama, which I'm still not sure about. Do you know anything about it? Leave a comment. Let's talk. My dad and my uncle came to town briefly. My dad came in from Texas, and my uncle came in from Ohio, and just for a few days, and we had some meals, and we drove out in Washington in the Gorge. There is a replica of Stonehenge, so we did that, had lunch in Hood River, and came home. The next night, my dad and Rob met for the first time, and Gloria, Rob's sister, met them also, and it was a great evening. We had a really good time. Let's see. The next day, I rooted for the Bills to beat the Chiefs in the football game that determined who would go to the football game, the Super Bowl. and the Chiefs won. The Bills blew it, and it was really sad. But if anyone needs the update, the Chiefs and the Eagles will be playing in the Super Bowl, LIX, the Licks game, on February 9th. Is anyone going to be watching? Who are you rooting for? Tell me about it. Drop me a comment down below. Rob and I took the dogs for a walk. I don't know if anyone knows or doesn't know that I have a dog named Tilly. She'll be 10 in July. And Rob has a dog named Nacho, and they love each other, and it's very sweet. But we took them for a walk on a butte that's near Rob's house, and it was very windy. Next day, I had a rough visit to the dentist. Last time I was there, it went very well. Everyone applauded how great my dental care is, and I felt really good. And they were like, most people come back every 6 months. You come back once a year. So I lost track of time, and it had been 2 years, and by the time I went back, it wasn't the worst, but I could be doing better, so whatever. I had an informational interview with a recruiter that went really well, and I will be fixing my resume a little tweak. And then yesterday I donated some blood. So, full month of good things. For someone who's not working, I'm getting out quite a bit. Yeah. All right. We're about 17 minutes into this video, and I don't really have much else to say. Maybe I'll work on some jokes. I'll leave you with a joke. I'll leave you with one of my old favorite jokes. So there's 2 muffins in an oven. One muffin says to the other muffin, "Man, it's hot in here." The other muffin says, "Oh my God, it's a talking muffin!